Warning, members of the podcast are not professional analysts and are bound to make unreasonable and uneducated claims, which should not be taken seriously.
What's up, guys? It's Van here with the At the 50 podcast, and today will be our fourth episode. We're doing our Week 2 slate recap. We had a Week 1 recap shot, but we had technical issues, and that video is gone forever. Edgar. Anyways, so we're just going to go read down, starting with Thursday Night Football, give scores, our opinions, how we think the teams are going to do from here on out, basically stuff like that. So starting, we've got Thursday Night Football last week, Chargers-Chiefs.
I don't know. It was interesting to watch, but there was a couple of calls by refs I didn't really agree with, and then there was just...
Chiefs definitely had the advantage.
Yeah, it was the refs' fault. Definitely not that Justin Herbert just sucks.
There was one pick that the Chargers had that should have been a pick, but was called an incomplete pass.
Sure. The Chiefs came out on top 27-24. Some people, the consensus is that the refs sold on them, but Justin Herbert's...
is washed.
Justin Herbert's determination to keep going when he had fractured ribs and he was throwing dots.
Please do not end up like Tyrod Taylor.
Please don't end up like Tyrod Taylor with a punctured lung. But I don't know, he's insane. When he comes back, they're gonna win probably the rest of their games. I'm a Colts fan. They're gonna beat the Colts December 26th, unfortunately.
As the Chiefs will this week.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna move on. Okay, so we can talk about Dolphins-Ravens. Dolphins come out still undefeated.
How is Tua doing this? I have never been a Tua fan.
Are you a Tua hater?
Yeah, big
you
time.
Don't like Tua?
I don't think he's good.
It's just he has so many weapons that it's impossible for him to not do good at this point.
I mean, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are probably the best receiver duo in the league. And do not say Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
And they've got Mike Gesicki as their tight end.
Yeah, Gesicki's nuts.
He's got really good
That
running
gritty.
backs as well.
The gritty, the Gesicki gritty that went on for
Lord.
a minute and a half straight. But anyways, 42-38 Dolphins. It was a shootout. Both teams deserve to win.
Historic. I mean, it's kind of a historic performance from Tua though, because he's put his name in the ring of most passing touchdowns.
Tying Marino and Greasy, 6 touchdowns, 469 yards, I think. But
Those
Lamar
2
Jackson.
picks, though.
Yeah, 2 picks, but if you throw 6 touchdowns, you can throw 2 picks, I think. But
No.
Lamar also
acceptable.
performed well. I think they deserved to win that game, but so did the Dolphins. They had they came out on top. Anyways, we'll move on to Jets-Browns. Jacoby Brissett season. They're going to hopefully bench Watson when he gets off his suspension because Jacoby is a god.
I mean, Garrett Wilson with 2 touchdowns, proving that he is the number 1 for the Jets.
Sure.
Really impressive game.
Joe Flacco season. He might make they might make a
Burrow.
decent run. They're 1-1. The Browns, they're garbage, I feel like.
Facts.
They barely beat the Panthers. I love Jacoby Brissett.
I love Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb's great. Kareem Hunt. They're both very good, and they're the only thing keeping them afloat because Amari Cooper just does.
He can be a factor, but with Brissett,
It's kind of hard to have star power with a quarterback like Jacoby, but
I mean, Brissett played really well, actually.
What?
He played- no, he
At
played good.
the beginning of it, you guys were like, "Yeah, the GOAT, Jacoby Brissett." Now you guys are like,
No, I'm not.
he's kind of trash."
we didn't say that. It's just we're not gonna. Amari Cooper's not gonna be the same as he was in Dallas with Jacoby. I mean,
I think he'd do better.
we're not saying Jacoby's trash. We're just saying he's not on the same
Dak is
caliber
trash.
as Prescott was.
you're telling me that Jacoby Brissett is better than Dak Prescott?
I'm saying I don't like Dak Prescott.
Why don't you just give an unbiased opinion for once in the history of this podcast? Anyways,
Not to be seen.
Jets had a miracle because Nick Chubb decided to be a stat stuffer and not slide when he should have, and the Jets came back and won, so Browns paying for that. Commanders-Lions, I think that was a pretty impressive game for Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit has been they've been a very entertaining team to watch so far this season.
Definitely.
They've been in high scoring games. They've performed well. I mean, they're looking pretty good this season.
Do they have the most points scored in the NFL right now? They scored what, 35 last week?
35 and then 36.
36.
But with the Bills.
The
putting-
Bills.
Oh, the Bills and that thrash. And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that one.
I'm a bit of a Lions fan. I am a Colts fan first and foremost, but I am a bit of a Lions fan as well.
Damn right.
Super excited. Really happy with Aiden Hutchinson. His performance, 3 sacks against the Commanders. It's looking like their pick is, paying off for them.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? Carson Wentz, he's a baller. Second in passing yards for the league. They're definitely getting the full Carson Wentz experience, though. He does like to still throw his hero ball interceptions. Last week 1 against Jacksonville, I think he threw 2. But he's doing very well. I think he's meshing well with their receiving core. And most players in the Commanders' offense are making an impact.
I mean, they haven't used Terry McLaurin at all, though.
He's been
I
obsolete for their offense. Like Terry McLaurin, and I'm surprised they haven't used him as much.
Curtis Samuel's been a big factor.
Antonio Gibson.
Antonio Gibson's, he scored a lot of fantasy points for me. So I tried to trade him away, but I apologize.
Do we want to move on to Patriots Steelers?
No, I think
just keep going.
I think we want to.
He wants to go to the next game on the list. I think you know what it is. Anyways, the Colts are trash. The Colts never.
Woo! I loved watching that game.
You lost to a backup quarterback. Calm down.
Your team is 0-2. Shut the hell up.
I don't care.
All right.
The Bengals might have lost last week to a stupid game, but the Colts got shut out by the Jags.
And that's the third time. Don't even say anything.
Put any points up on the board. None.
Because Frank Reich is the worst play caller in the history of football, all the way down to youth leagues.
You might be right in saying that.
My Pee-wee football coach could be an offensive coordinator for the Colts and would do way better than Frank Reich.
The Colts at quarterback.
We're sorry. We're sorry for all the viewers who are wearing headphones. We will put a warning before that rant.
The Colts have
been shut out 3 times in the last 5 seasons at Duval.
Did he win a Super Bowl? I can't remember.
No, he choked.
Ryan. He choked. That's right. They've got a guy that went to the Super Bowl. They got the supposed #1 running back.
You think Joe Mixon's better? No, you
Biased
don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Unbiased opinion.
Okay. Yes, and we've got one decent receiver and a bunch of people who can't catch the ball, and play calling's trash.
Christian Kirk, elite.
Christian Kirk is elite. He definitely deserves that contract. I don't have any problems with Jacksonville. They absolutely mog us every time we go there. It's just it's death, taxes, the Colts losing in Jacksonville. It's always going to happen. We will never win. I have no faith. But I don't care because we always lose there.
It's like every season Trevor Lawrence puts all his skill into the one game against the Colts and then
they
suck.
And then they're going to go 1-16 now. No, I think Jacksonville has a bright future. Maybe not this season. Maybe not next season. Maybe not the next season after that. But sometime I think they might go back to about 5 or 6 years ago when they were pretty good. But anyways, enough about that game. Colts 0 points. Hopefully we do something at Kansas City, but
we won't.
We probably won't.
Big L there.
Buccaneers Saints.
Boring.
Mike Evans hitting that guy was so fun to watch.
Except that fight, though. That was
Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore is a tale as old as time.
I actually did not see the fight.
I didn't see it either. I didn't watch the game.
Tom Brady kind of instigated it. Marshawn Lattimore was giving someone some lip, kind of got too close to Tom Brady. Mike Evans ran over, absolutely obliterated him like Derrick Henry stiff-arming Josh Norman obliterated.
No. We don't use that one anymore. It's Josh Allen's stiff arm now.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We've moved on.
Sorry, yeah. Josh Allen's one is better. But anyways, and then they kind of rolled around, got into a big brawl. It was like pile, and then they both got ejected because they're children. They're professional athletes, but they're children who just, it's not that hard. Just be an adult. You're getting paid millions of dollars. I still thought the fight was funny, though. So,
but I definitely think that Jameis Winston, he's disappointing.
He also has a fractured back.
Yeah. That too, but
don't hate on him.
He's got Chris Olave with such high potential.
Go watch our first episode if you don't get the reference.
Yeah.
What about the 49ers Seahawks game? We're gonna. Let's just let Nico talk about this.
Was that even the next one on the thing?
It's not the next one on the list. We'll get to it.
Stop skipping order!
I have a different list. I don't know what list you guys are using.
I'm using the NFL box scores just so I can remind myself. Anyways, Panthers Giants. Giants come out on top 19-16. Giants undefeated, not for long.
Going to the Super Bowl.
They're going to the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley carry them.
Who have the Giants
Danny
played so
Dimes.
far?
Tennessee and the Panthers. Tennessee, garbage. Fat Randy missed a field goal. You're very familiar with that.
Yeah.
And the Panthers are garbage. They don't let McCaffrey do anything because he's brittle. And Baker Mayfield is
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. He'll get his underdog mentality. They'll go on like a 3-game win streak, and then they'll lose the rest of their games. Giants, I mean, they don't look bad. Like, they're not getting in high-scoring games, but, like,
Their defense is carrying them.
their defense
I
is
would have to say.
And honestly, the rush game, Saquon is kind of back, Kind of. Only leading the league in rushing yards after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Their receivers are, Kadarius Toney, Kenny Golladay. They're limiting time. He's not happy, but that's kind of what happens when you don't try and practice.
I read that he wasn't happy and he didn't agree with that decision, but last season, he played 14 games.
Didn't score a touchdown.
Didn't score a touchdown. It's like, how could you argue with that?
If you've looked at some of his clips, like, he doesn't try on routes
It's
either. Like, they're
He's sad that he's not there to witness the rise of the Detroit Lions. Oh, yeah, speaking of that, other receivers from Detroit, Marvin Jones, not bad either. I mean, decent performance. I mean, I like, Kenny Galladay's garbage, but Marvin Jones did well.
Isn't there a Marvin Jones on the Jags for my trip?
Yeah, he went there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He went to Jacksonville.
I was gonna say.
Sorry, I should have said that. But yeah, he likes to fight, but I don't know. The Colts deserved it. They were probably giving a bunch of lip because they were getting destroyed. Anyways, Patriots Steelers.
I'm very happy about that game. I hate the Steelers with all my heart, and I'm not a fan of the Patriots, but it's just
It feels good to watch the Steelers lose.
It's honestly like watching the new Jets and like Browns, because like the Browns and Jets are better than them.
Maybe. Just a little bit. I mean, I like Money Mitch. Like, I like when he wins, but I don't like the Steelers. I just don't. Like, I like Mike Tomlin.
I don't.
We do not care.
We do not care. Yeah, that's why I like him.
What was
All I'm saying is Najee Harris needs to be slapped with a tortilla.
Okay.
The video saying.
Oh, it's that guy who makes
Yeah.
if they're a fantasy bust 2 weeks in a row, he like slaps them with a tortilla. Yeah. That was basically like all the Bengals players this week. Anyway, most of them. All right, there's nothing really more to say about 17-14. It's like a classic Patriots game score. They barely win. Good defense. Steelers offense is iffy. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not.
Not there.
Najee Harris is like, where is he?
What did I
He's
say?
disappeared.
Beginning of the
Non-factor.
season, everyone was picking him high for fantasy football,
He ain't done
and I was
anything.
saying, no way, no, not a chance. He has a good season, and I was right.
You
Yes,
got
It's
lucky
in the
because you
name.
don't.
You're right.
The price is right.
Your reasoning was stupid, though.
The price is
I
right.
said their O-line isn't that great. He's a Steeler.
Price
All right, that's enough out of you.
That's
Falcons,
over.
Rams. The Falcons almost broke the curse.
The
Almost.
entire league was cheering for them.
Were the Rams up 28-3?
Yes.
Yes, the Rams were up 23. They almost came back. I wanted them to win so bad. I so bad wanted them to win.
That blocked punt to return for the touchdown.
Okay, who was that blocked punt that I watched? They hit the punter, and this dude did like a front flip. I can't remember.
Did they call it?
No.
I don't know if it was a
what-
college game or if it was a pro game, but they hit this guy in the leg so hard he did a flip.
Oh,
Was
I
that
saw
not the
that.
was that
I
not the
remember.
Rams game?
I
Was it
don't
the
know. I
Rams
didn't review that.
Because in the Rams game it looked like they came down and he was like mid kick, like he had like dropped the ball and then they slammed down on his leg and he like flipped forward.
Yeah, that one.
I think that was the Rams.
That was gnarly.
Yeah,
game.
I mean, the Rams show that they're very much like still got a high-powered offense, a decent defense for I guess at least 4 quarters or 3 quarters, and they come out on top barely. They're 1-1. They should be 0-2 in my opinion, but I don't know. I think they're even though they won the Super Bowl. I mean, the Bengals are definitely showing a little bit of hangover, but I think they'll be fine. But the Rams, for some reason, just aren't as good.
Just you guys wait, okay? They're
The,
gonna break
but
out.
the
They're
Bengals are
figure
going to be
things out.
fine. They're going to beat the Jets. Just you watch. They're going to beat the Jets. Anyways, we'll move on. Seahawks, Niners. Nico, you want to?
Yeah, this is you.
All right.
7 points, by the way.
Well, I was watching,
7.
27.
I was listening to the game.
7.
To the game during work, and I turned it off early because I wanted to die.
He thought that they were going to be 2-0.
Well, no, I knew we were gonna lose. I just didn't want it to be that badly. Like, what the hell?
Not as bad as 24-0.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't good. I mean, Geno Smith has really high completion percentage again, but only like 100 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're being called very well.
Do you think?
Play calling.
Yeah.
I don't know what Pete
Do you
Carroll's
think-
doing.
Pete Carroll's a terrible coach. He's about on the same level as Frank Reich.
Ooh.
Except Pete Carroll.
That's an insult to Pete
Well,
Carroll.
Frank Reich has won a Super Bowl.
Oh,
has-
I know.
Okay, but do you think Geno Smith, his quote of "They write me off, but I don't write back," still stands after that game?
Geno Smith is a baller. When they let him do what
His
he,
throws have been fantastic. It's just
they don't let Geno cook.
I know. Let him go.
Oh my
Just
god.
let him cook. Let him cook. Russ never was actually cooking, by the way.
He sucks.
He doesn't-
Burn
He,
his
he would always practice it before games, like
His just
imaginary,
drama. I
but
don't
he was
like
not
this
cooking.
drama. I hate it. I hate seeing him pretend to high five his teammates. I hate seeing him pretend to call plays in the huddle.
This on the sideline.
On the sideline practice before the games. It's like, what are you doing? You know there's cameras on you. It's all dramatic. He's so dramatic. I don't like it at all.
Dude,
And
you
I
think-
like when they lose.
You'd think he's the one on shrooms instead of Aaron Rodgers.
He's imagining people around him. Yeah, but the Jimmy G comes in. Feel bad for Trey Lance. I think he's a good young prospect, but unfortunately we'll have to wait to see him. Jimmy G comes in, I guess saves the day for them. Kind of.
Yeah.
Did you see what Colin Cowherd said?
No.
It was terrible. He always has L takes and L opinions, but he was like, "You got to feel bad for Trey Lance, but that team is happier right now." Who would say that about a season-ending injury?
I wouldn't say that. Like,
I mean, they're obviously like a team is like happier. It is better with an experienced quarterback, but you don't have to like crap on Trey Lance.
it's not his fault he
It's
had
not
a
his-
career-ending season.
Yeah, and it's not his fault that like they're
Not career-ending, season.
season ending. And it's not like you can't even put like any blame. He's a rookie, like,
Wow.
well,
I mean, he's played.
Yeah,
trash in all
rookie.
games he's played,
rookie.
but-
Yeah, whatever.
He got
But-
redshirted.
Yeah, but all right. Well, Bengals Cowboys.
I will be taking this one. This is a very disappointing loss. But one thing I noticed was for like 5 years the Bengals have not beaten the Cowboys, and that is
Especially in
mind
Arlington,
blowing.
they haven't won in Arlington since
how.
I don't think they've won in Arlington since the 80s. Is that true? I thought I saw that maybe.
I'm not sure about
They,
that, but
maybe I'm tripping, but I'm pretty sure they just don't beat Cowboys at home. They're kind of like the Colts at Jacksonville, but worse.
yeah. O-line, it was
Lyle Collins is
yeah,
selling.
Lyle Collins, literally an open door. We put him on their best Parsons. We put him on Parsons.
To be fair, Micah Parsons is a way better player, but Lyle Collins was talking so much hype about himself, and then
Yeah.
he just gets smoked.
It's like, please, Bengals, Zach Taylor, if you're watching, which you're not, I know that. Please sign Quentin Spain. Go out there, sign some more O linemen. Help Joe Burrow out.
He'll end up
please.
like Andrew Luck, and then you'll regret.
Those were some great upgrades.
Yes.
Made.
Good Lord. But I mean,
Cooper Rush is absolutely fearless.
Cordell Volson.
Cooper Rush the GOAT.
This is my game here, okay, everyone? Hold on. Cordell Volson. He's continuing to show that he's a solid O-lineman, though. He's doing his job and sometimes doing other O-linemen's job for them. And he's shown promise. The passing game, Joe Burrow, I think at half had 50 yards?
Yeah.
He again
Their
gets...
defense was on for a pretty good portion of the game.
Yeah, which the defense, I mean, they were solid until the end of the game, when certain players gave up penalties that screwed us over. I'm not going to name which players, But
Eli Apple.
yeah, that
Or
we shouldn't
his
have.
nickname, Toast.
Toast.
That's Jalen Ramsey.
Both of them. Jalen Ramsey's washed. Washed.
We definitely should have. I think we should have won that game by so much more.
Yeah. Well, Texans Broncos. I don't even care to talk about this. It's like boring. But 9-16
scored.
Broncos. Yeah. Right.
They know how to score.
They know how to score. The Broncos know how to score. Oh my God. They won 16-9.
So here's one thing I've noticed. They have not scored inside the 20-yard line yet.
Really? What was this? Was there was it
Yeah,
a
I
deep
mean-
shot or like
The deep shot was
That-
that last touchdown was a deep shot outside the 20.
so they
Russell
can't score in the red zone? They're like the Colts.
Russell Wilson does have a problem where he's really good deep, but he's not very good like short passes.
Okay, yeah.
Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Mills definitely struggled in that game too.
Yeah.
The play calling was awful.
But you can't say Lovie Smith has put a decent defense together.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the Texans. I'm talking about the Broncos.
Oh,
They don't know how to read a clock.
And the Texans,
all.
well, the Texans' offense was, but not much about that game. Cardinals Raiders, that was nuts. 29-23, the Cardinals come out on top.
AJ Green, ex-Bengal, came in for the save there with that 2-point conversion. That was an insane catch.
That was like the one, not the one at the end, but the one mid game when he ran around for like a minute straight.
Oh, the
he
2-point
he
conversion.
ran for like more yards than like their rushing had in total, and he was just like scrambling around. Like everyone says, he runs like a toddler who stole some candy or something.
I saw.
And he nailed both of them. I mean, he ran in for that one, but he nailed. I mean, that was a ridiculous game to watch. Good game. Raiders definitely sold there. I don't like either team. I don't really like the Raiders. I'm neutral towards the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, I don't like his style, but
Those video games are helping.
his Call of Duty, his Modern Warfare 2 beta access must have helped him this weekend. But good game, fun to watch. Bears Packers. I'm a Bears fan second, and that was sad. First drive, I was like, oh my God, the Bears are good. They're gonna be good. And then they're just like they stopped giving it to Monty, and then like they had a system.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is Green Bay's father next to Aaron Rodgers. But, like, they had a system, and they were giving it to Monty, slowly moving up the field, and people were making great plays, great offense. And then they get it back to second series, and they don't do the same thing. And they don't do it, and they don't do it, and they don't do it, and they don't do it. Then the rest, then they lose. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
I love how all the Bears fans, too, were just hyping up the Bears before the game. They were like, oh, the Bears are going to – it's a blowout. Bears are going to win.
I thought the Bears had a chance, but – realistically, Aaron Rodgers does not lose
I
to
was
them.
hoping they could have won, but
Nah, Rodgers owns them.
Nico, you had something.
I mean, I wanted the Bears to win because I wanted our soccer coaches to be happy. But also, it's a little satisfying to see them lose and then to just see them unhappy as well. So
Nice. I hope they don't
It's a
read
little bit of
or
both.
watch this.
Yeah, if they.
All right.
Hey, Sponge, I know you subscribed.
Yeah. Don't kill us.
All right. Well, we got the Monday night games now. Bills Titans, absolute blowout. It warmed my heart to see Tennessee lose. I freaking hate Tennessee. I hate Tennessee.
Tannehill's
Tennessee, too.
performance was
Garbage.
awful. To the point where they brought
my
in
God.
Malik Willis. He threw 4 passes, only completed 1, and he was no help. They ran Derek so many times. It
And
was
he did basically
Still did
nothing.
bad.
nothing.
He
He had
still
what
did bad.
80 yards.
They
maybe?
can't even block for him either. Like the Tennessee Titans without AJ Brown are awful, and I love it. And I love it. I love it.
It's great, but it's also like I see so many comparisons between the Titans and the Colts right now.
Shut up. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Like,
You're
am I
right.
wrong, though?
Well, I mean, JT has been actually doing well compared to Derrick Henry, though. And we at least have a receiver.
He's been doing well. He's had one good game and then one terrible game. That's not.
He rushed for like 85 yards. That's not terrible. That's just
like
okay.
60.
60?
Yeah.
Or no, it was like 60 something. Okay, it's not terrible. Also, it's only 2 weeks of football, but he's third in rushing yards.
No, wait. Derrick Henry had. Oh my gosh, how many was it? You guys keep
can you
talking
stop-
about it. I'm
can you
gonna
stop
find
moving
this
your
because it
mic?
was an insane.
What?
Can you stop moving your mic?
All right, yeah, but Bills are, I would say, early Super Bowl favorites. They look. Stephon Diggs is him confirmed.
Facts.
How many yards did he have?
Their defense
Derrick
is
Henry
elite.
with 13 attempts had 25 yards.
What were we smoking? I thought he had more than that. Maybe I'm talking about
that
week
might-
1. 25 yards, yeah, that is
What
awful.
did he have week 1?
Like 80-something, I think. Maybe 100. How many was it?
No, he did not have 100.
80 sounds about right.
I think it's 85.
It's 82.
82. Yeah. Well, yeah, so he's barely broken 100. JT's got, I think, 210 or something like that. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Bills blowout. Bills are nuts. Everyone on the Bills is a god. Their defense is insane. There's like almost nothing wrong with their team. Anybody who plays them should be scared.
Except the only
Von Miller's back.
major problem in the whole team is Von Miller's haircut. I would have to
Lord.
say.
Dude, it's
God.
off.
What is that?
There's a triangle on the back of his head.
I don't know what he was thinking, but that's going to be the downfall of the Bills. Right
Yep,
there.
they're just gonna lose. Yeah. Last game, Vikings Eagles. I thought the Vikings. Kirk Cousins can't play in primetime. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
The lights. Get those lights off. Yeah, everyone's seen that.
I was so excited to watch that game, like because I knew the Bills were gonna like dominate, so I kept switching between the games because I thought Eagles Vikings was gonna be like really close, like really good. I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Didn't like some interference happen on your TV and there was a guy?
Yes, so they were like panning to this one girl to like talk about the Eagles Vikings game. It was during the Bills Titans game, and like the audio cut out, and this just random guy came on and just said like the most weird, like just it didn't.
What
make
did he
any
say?
sense. He was like the Vikings are leading. Kirk Cousins is elite.
So he must have like taken a mic from someone and was.
Yeah, like it might have been a Vikings fan or something.
I don't know, that game was disappointing. I mean, Eagles are good. I think the Eagles are like they are it. I feel like this season.
Their
Jalen Hurts
their
is
defense
nuts.
stepped up.
I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, anyways, that is our week 2 recap. So
Maybe we should wait a little bit. Wait for him to come back. Let's.
he's running up the stairs.
yes.
I think we all know where he's
So
going.
yeah, Nico
He had something weird for lunch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's our week 2 recap. Be on the lookout for a couple special shorts that we're shooting. And next week we'll have a recap. Then there will be no re-release of week 1. The video is completely just destroyed.
I mean, it cut out like
Yeah.
towards the end of it, and there's nothing we
There's-
can do to restore it.
Yeah, so that's gone. But week 2 recap, be on the lookout for week 3. Make sure to share, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you then.